few thoughts about Parashat Kedoshim, which we read this week. Parashat Kedoshim, which is the core of the book of Leviticus, of the book of Vayikra, which is about God's desire that we pursue holiness in our lives. That holiness is not just for God, it's not just for priests, it's not just reserved for special holy places, but holiness is to be a part of every human being in our daily lives, in the most mundane, in the most ordinary parts of our lives. We are to pursue holiness. That's what Kedoshim is about. There's a feature in this parasha which is the repetition of the words Ani Adonai. I am Adonai, I am God. It repeats almost like a refrain. It appears many times in this section, chapter 19. I'm going to read just a few of these verses, and you'll hear the sound of this refrain, but you also will hear what it is connected with, what types of commandments or laws in the pursuit of holiness it is connected with. You shall not steal. You shall not deal deceitfully or falsely with one another. You shall not swear falsely by my name, profaning the name of your God. Ani Adonai, I am Adonai. You shall not defraud your fellow. You shall not commit robbery. The wages of a laborer shall not remain with you until morning. You shall not insult the deaf or place a stumbling block before the blind. You shall fear your God. I am Adonai. You shall not render an unfair decision. Do not favor the poor or show deference for the rich. Judge your kinsman fairly. Do not deal basely with your countrymen. Do not profit from the blood of your fellow. Ani Adonai. You shall not hate your kinsfolk in your heart. Reprove your kinsman, but incur no guilt because of him. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against your countrymen. Ve'afta l'recha kamocha, love your fellow as yourself. Ani Adonai, I am Adonai. You can see the repetition of these words. And some, of course, all of these laws or these commandments are connected with things that we do or we have the opportunity to do on a daily basis in our interactions with one another. This is mitzvot ben adam lechavero. These are mitzvot, commandments that pertain to the relationship between a person and their fellow person. And so many of the commentators, or some of the commentators, believe that this signature, this refrain, Ani Adonai, is a reminder, a constant reminder that since these are things of the heart that sometimes are not enforceable or not punishable by human courts, but are just things that we do. We may slip in our daily living, some of these transgressions, that God is saying, Ani Adonai, I'm watching, I'm here, I'm present. So you're never alone. When you think you may be alone and you might find an opportunity to transgress, or somebody's not paying attention, you may take advantage of somebody or a situation to do something wrong. Just be mindful, Ani Adonai, I'm watching. Another reading of these words, Ani Adonai, is that this is an opportunity to be in relationship with God. That God is present personally when we do these things, when we do or refrain from doing the wrong thing, or we do the right thing and we sanctify ourselves in that way. That this is the opportunity when we can be in relationship with God. There are so many other commandments and so many other laws, but these are the ones where we can feel the most, the closest to God and God's presence. And yet another reading which I really favor is that these are the ways in which we can make God's presence manifest in the world. When we live this type of holiness, refrain doing things that cheat or pervert or humiliate or cause harm to another person, or when we love, when we elevate somebody else. Those are the moments when God's presence becomes manifest in the world. And we know that we live in a world where it's so hard, so difficult to feel God's presence. It's almost like God has been pushed away from the world with everything that's going on, with the wars, and with all the terrible things that are happening on a daily basis. One can feel that, or perhaps feel the absence of God, that God is sort of being pushed away. And that in many ways it's upon us, it's our responsibility to bring God back into the world through love, through righteousness, through justice, through the respect and the elevating of other people. And so that's what holiness is about. It's sometimes, we think it's such a elevated concept, beyond reach. But it's in the daily lives that we have opportunities to sanctify, to bring God's presence into the world, to make God's presence manifest in this world with so much darkness and so much trouble, to bring some light, some healing, some comfort, some beauty, some love, some justice, and some peace. Shabbat Shalom.